Hey cruisers, it's Friday. We made it. How is everyone doing? Tell me what you're drinking in the chat, whether it's a Diet Coke, a cup of hot tea, or something a little more fierce. We'd like to hear from you what you're up to this evening. Hope everybody's doing awesome. We're doing good over here in the Cruise Tips TV household. It has been a very busy week. One of those Friday nights when you almost take a couple ibuprofen at 5 just in case, like that stress headache from the week is coming on. I'm like, okay, I think it's coming on. I haven't been able to like turn off my mind for the whole week. So this is going to be my way of easing in. You guys are here to help. We're going to get into the cruise mood. We're going to talk all about cruises. We're going to answer cruise questions. We're going to be here for each other and have fun. If you are new, welcome. I do see some new faces in the chat tonight. And I just want to let you know I see you newbies, and we are so glad to welcome you. Cruising is coming back, guys. It's coming back. And I just can't wait for the day that Mr. Cruise Tips TV and I walk onto a ship with our cameras. Did I say that right? Walk onto a ship with our cameras, and that you all see me melt into a puddle of tears because it's just time, right? So it's going to happen. We're going to get there. Thank you, Rebecca. Hi, Felicia. Yeah, Brenda, hang in there. Hang in there tomorrow. You got this. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're going to make it. We're going to make it. It is Friday. We can do this. And at least yesterday I got my hair done, which is good, I'm loving seeing what all of you are enjoying in your glasses tonight. We see some Dr. Pepper in the house. Diane is having a nice glass. Fantastic. So no, Scott, you are not late. You are just in time. We've got this, my friend. We've got this. We're just getting started, and we're going to have a good old time tonight. So now that we've had our introduction, I'd like to invite everyone to, if you have any cruise questions, get them in the chat now. If you typed a cruise question earlier, we're probably not going to be able to see that. So go ahead and retype your cruise question. And Mr. Cruise Tips TV is going to put them up on a little iPad. We have an iPad mounted right under our camera and our ring light. And so now is the time to put them up there. And we're going to have some really good dialogue. I'm excited about it. I think I see the first question coming in from Paul Somerville. Paul Somerville says, will the first USA cruises be for only Americans? Well, Paul, it's hard to say because it may just depend on whether or not what the United States in general is saying about people crossing into our borders. I don't think that the cruise lines are going to limit the cruises to just Americans. I think it's just more a matter of does the United States allow your country in? And does your country allow you to leave your country, right? Like, those are more considerations. I really don't see the U.S. saying these are for United States residents only, like we're seeing in, for example, in Italy and the United Kingdom, but just kind of throwing that out there. Nora B says, what do you think about Faster to the Fun? Is it worth it? Personally, I think it's worth it if you don't have platinum status with Carnival because you get a lot of perks. So you get to board the ship early after all of the advanced loyalty people are on. Your luggage arrives early to your stateroom. You have priority tendering, and you have some really cool perks, Nora. So I love that you asked that question. I personally think it's worth it. Once you get up into the loyalty ranks, though, with Carnival, it's probably not worth it because your loyalty is already going to, it's going to give you some of those perks. All right. Brenda Boretti says, I want to know which travel insurance to get at this point to ensure what I need to be covered is. Okay, Brenda, I have some great advice for you. Today on Cruise Radio, Doug's podcast, he interviewed, I want to say it's Dan Skilkin from tripinsurance.com. And that's exactly what they talked about on the podcast. So what they talked about was the fact that cancel for any reason policies are very popular right now, and that some companies actually eliminated cancel for any reason policies. So now when you go to book a cancel for any reason policy, it's like with certain elite providers that still offer it. Go listen to the podcast. It's going to inform you better than I can in this short format, but the advice would be to read your policy. That's what I would tell you. Make sure that you know what your concerns are up front. So if your concern is having trip delay coverage or medical evacuation coverage, know what those hot buttons are before you go into it. When you say, I want travel insurance for what I need, what do you need? And then when you go to select a plan, you need to shop it very carefully. But listen to that podcast. It helped me so much. Stephanie Canessa said, have you heard Royal commit to July sailings? Not out of the United States, Stephanie, but they are committing to July sailings in Bermuda and out of the Bahamas at this time. However, the CDC has not allowed them to commit to July, so they haven't because they're not allowed to. But you can book a cruise on Royal Caribbean out of the Bahamas in June, out of Bermuda in June. So you can do it. Holly said, do you think we'll be able to cruise longer than 7 days? Out of the United States, not until November. I still don't think that will be allowed unless the CDC is forced to completely revoke the CDC order. I think that'll stay in place until November. Lori says, how do I move to England so I can get on the Princess Cruises from Southampton? I know, right? How do we all become UK residents? Lori, I wish I knew the answer, but I wish we could too. KCR 305 says, can the cruise lines require vaccinations to go on our cruise, or will we just need to test for COVID? The answer is yes, they can require them, and they are requiring them in some cases already. Will all of the cruise lines? No. They likely will not all do it, but some will. And yeah, sounds good. Did that answer your question? I hope I did okay on that. Right now, Royal Caribbean and Celebrity and Norwegian, any cruise that they're setting up outside of the U.S. right now to cruise the Caribbean is vaccines required and COVID tests too. So everything. Mike Gardner, thank you so much for the super chat, Mike. I really appreciate having you here, my friend. Ruby or Grand Princess to Hawaii? Personally, I would pick Grand. I don't know if Ruby has that covered pool, and I want a covered pool, so I would go with the old girl, the Grand Princess, my friend. That would be my choice. Vicky said, do you think Princess has replaced all those yucky shower curtains with glass doors? Nope. I don't think that they have. I think that we would be hearing about it if they had done that big of a renovation, but they're disgusting. And I know any cruise line that has those curtains right now, I'm hoping that they're thinking of some type of option, but I haven't heard anything about that, Vicky. But I'm with you. I want those things gone. Gross, right? Right, at this point, like, we got to get rid of any kind of a touch point like that. My question to those of you who maybe know something about hotel or cruise ship design, what could they do to replace those curtains? If they can't install glass doors, what can they do? What can they do other than the shower curtains? Maybe there's some other option C or D, Vicky. Chris said, will cruises only be 50% occupied in the beginning? Some of them might be, but some of the proposals from the major cruise lines have actually been to start up at 60% capacity and then to raise capacity by 20% every 30 days, which means that in 60 days, they'd be back to 100% capacity. It's hard to say. I think that that there is talk of 50%, but some of the cruise lines have put forth that they're going to propose 60. In the UK, there's a max of 1,000 people, or I think 50% capacity is how they sort of did that from what I can tell. Bill Bayango, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Gavin said, do you have any cruises booked? Also, do you think kids will be able to travel without a vaccine by February? I hope so, Gavin. I do not intend to get my son a COVID vaccine, even though my husband and I have been vaccinated. So we are very seriously eyeing some cruises. I'm not going to announce anything right now because we are notorious for changing our minds. So you might see us getting on something in June, but I'm not saying a word until I'm for sure that we're going. I'm sorry, but I have to do that because we cancel so many of our cruises and rebook and move things around just due to life and work and changing our mind. But I will let you know when the time is right. Kevin said, hi, Sherry, first time here. Hey, Kevin. Question, did you book the Navigator of the Seas summer 2022 yet? Seems prices are already going up. Nope, haven't booked Navigator yet. I know that they're already starting for this November. I don't want to go on a Thanksgiving cruise again. It was a little too, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but The thing I want to do this year with those is make those a last minute decision. The Navigator cruises look amazing and we'll probably jump on them early, but I feel like there's going to be so many cruises that we want to go on once things fully reopen this year, and they start in November, so I haven't done it. Will we do summer of 2022? Probably not, Kevin. Probably not one that I would choose in the summer. I'd probably do that one in the winter time. But yeah, we're excited. And you know, Perry Kennedy, who's here in the chat, Perry did something brilliant, and she back-to-back booked a Navigator of the Seas with a Carnival cruise. Was it Carnival? Yeah, I think it was Carnival, because they're both short, and so you could actually go on 2 back-to-back cruises out of LA. Don't you love that idea? So that's maybe what we're gonna do. Perry might have inspired me. Steve Roth said, Sherry, have you heard anything on the status of the Texas and Alaska lawsuit against the CDC regarding the conditional sale order? No, we haven't heard anything. I think once there's movement on it, we'll all hear, but the legal process is a very slow one, so I just don't know how that's gonna move that quickly, but it's a great question. And Steve, thank you so much for the super chat. Steve said, sorry, it's been a while. We've missed you. Thanks for all you do. Well, we're all friends here at Cruise Tips TV, guys. And the way that it works with friends is that we always pick up where we left off, and we don't worry when we have downtime. Michelle said, I love your blouse. Michelle, I saw you in the chat earlier, and I tried to reply to you about something. I don't remember what you had said, but you were not there, so I couldn't tag you, but hi, and thank you so much. I got this blouse on Amazon. I have it kind of front tucked here. I'm trying to show you guys, but it's really, really long, so I front tucked it, and it's a fun little Amazon buy. You never know, sometimes you get things to work on there. I just want to tell you guys how amazingly happy I am right now to be here, and tell you how good it feels to answer these questions. It feels so good to read them and to talk about cruising, knowing that it's fully going to return into our lives. So thank you for this energy and this lifeblood that you guys are giving us tonight. This is a gift. You are giving us the biggest gift right now by being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So yeah, Perry, Carnival Radiance, followed by Navigator of the Seas. She's gonna go to Ensenada twice. Kimberly said, do you think cruise lines will end up leaving the US? Well, they already have started to, Kimberly. If things don't get better, we're gonna see it. I can tell you, we're probably gonna continue to see a few more lines set up camp outside the US. They're not gonna put their whole fleet outside of the US. They're not gonna do that. The money is here. It's in Florida, right? It's in these home ports. They're not going to move their entire fleets, but you're going to see more ships going probably the next few weeks. Barbara Medina said, when do the cruises start? Barbara, that's the magic question. Barbara, if you want to cruise in June, you can jump on Royal Caribbean or Celebrity out of St. Martin or the Bahamas. Check those out. There are cruises going. Daniel Cox said, I got together 16 family members to go on a cruise. Any advice for me as our group cruise director while we are sailing? Yes. Daniel, have a pre-cruise meeting. And I would like to say to you that you should hold this event. If you could hold it in person, please go ahead and do that. And talk about the cruise. Talk about dress codes. Talk about all of the little things that the newer cruisers in your party don't know about. Also, make a laminated sheet with everybody's room numbers on it and hand it out. Give everybody else's room number so they know where to find each other. And when you are having this pre-cruise meeting, make a deal that, you know, if there's a question about when you should and shouldn't be like forced to hang out together, this is what we did in our family meeting. We said, and this was partially because we had teens traveling, we said everybody gets together for dinner, but look, if you want to go do your thing during the day, great, but we're always all together for dinner. Daniel, I hope that helps you. We could do a whole episode on it and it would be so fun. I would like to thank Mel. Thank you so much, Mel, for the super chat. Mel's putting a super chat, honey, towards your A7S3 fund. Now you're 0.5 of the way. Mel, thank you so much. And Mel, I also want to welcome you to our backstage crew. Mel joined today our backstage crew, our membership, and I just got it right before I came on, Mel, and I didn't get a chance to say thank you so much for becoming a member. So thank you guys. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I just put a link in the chat so you can check it out. All right, so Daniel, message me and we can chat more about some tips, but I'm so proud of you for being the director of your cruise. Varcall11 said, what do you think about the Royal Caribbean Key package? Personally, this is my personal opinion, I think it's a waste of money. I think it's too expensive for what you get. I want to spend my Royal Caribbean money on different things. I want to spend it on island experiences. I want to spend it on a drink package. Yes, I know the Key comes with internet, but I don't really like the other perks. So for me, I'm just not into it. Julie Norris said, we are booked on the Norwegian Sun from Tokyo, November 22. What advice do you have for a first-time cruiser to Japan? Oh, Julie, you lucky dog. My advice to you is just soak it all up. You're going to have so dang much fun. Don't overdo it. A lot like Europe, it's easy to get a bit exhausted. You are going to be in a situation where you probably cannot read the language, and that's a little bit more stressful and crazy. So do your research, hire really good tour guides, book excursions, get out there and do stuff. If you can go to a Japanese onsen, which is the outdoor hot tubs, go to an onsen, go do something. Yes, sweetie, thank you. Now I get a chance to have a drink and you can talk.
And get a balcony if you can afford it, because those sailaways are spectacular every port.
That is such good advice. Thank you, sweetheart, for weighing in on that. Awesome. Paul said, did you ever need ice packs or ice for sore feet or ankles? No, I haven't. Chris Marin said, we have a Royal Caribbean Thanksgiving cruise. Do you think it will happen? Yes, absolutely. Chris, I really, truly do, but I'm way big optimist here. Way big optimist. I don't know what that is. It's like a hashtag. Way big optimist. Just came out of my mouth. I totally think you're going on that Thanksgiving cruise. All right, Shannon said, hi, I'm interested to know how the kids clubs will open up. Limited capacity, of course. Maybe there will be a time slot, maybe a bit more planning when cruising with children. I don't know about the time slots. Yes, limits on the number of kids allowed. Maybe, yeah, maybe reservations, but some cruise lines were already doing that anyway. Shannon, I don't think it's going to be as restrictive as we think. It's going to be okay. If you want to see how they're doing it in Europe, get on the cruise line message boards and look at what people are saying about cruise lines like AIDA, the ones like MSC, which are sailing and they are allowing kids. Try not to worry about it. Kimberly Gerard said, do you think it's safe to book a cruise to Alaska in 2022 out of Canada? Yes, I definitely do. For the Alaska season, I think you'll be okay, Kimberly. I would go for it. The Hangman said, does MSC still plan to not mandate the COVID shots? In Europe, they're not mandating. Hard to say what they'll do in the US. I really don't think that the mass majority of cruise lines are going to mandate it. Oh my goodness, Kathy Barber. Thank you so much for the super chat. Kathy said, Mike is seeing cruise ships docking in Victoria, BC. What is the first thing you're going to do when you get back on board your first cruise ship? Well, Kathy, when people ask me that question, I answer it with a very simple one sentence answer, and that is, I'm going to cry first, probably, reapply my makeup, and then go find a bar. Okay? How does that sound? No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I'll probably cry. I will probably go see if my room is ready. Then I will somehow procure a cocktail. If I brought a bottle of champagne on with me, I will chill that champagne and try to get on my balcony and toast with my wonderful husband and my sweet son, cry some more, and then, walk around the ship and explore. Does that sound good? Kathy, did you really want the honest answer? Because that's what you got. That is what you got. Oh my gosh. All right, Michelle said, do you think we will be allowed to do side-by-side cruises, like back-to-back cruises? Nobody is saying whether or not, Michelle. This is going to be a yes or a no. I think that you will be allowed to do it unless the CDC is like, hey, we're on to you. No back-to-back cruising. I don't know. I think we'll be able to. Listen, by the time the conditional sail order expires in October, November, yes, you'll be able to do it again. Hope Faith says, have you heard anything about Carnival Cruise sailing yet? Oh, can you move that one up for me, sweetie? Can you put Hope Faith's question at the top? Cool. Sorry, our iPad. You guys are so incredible tonight with all of your questions that our iPad is filling up. Okay, so Hope, have I heard anything about Carnival Cruises sailing yet? The one you want to know about is Sunshine. No, we don't know yet about Sunshine. I'm so sorry, but I know you're curious and you've asked before, and I'm so sorry they don't have an answer. Everly Newman said, having a glass of Urban Rise Ramos Gin and Fizz. What are you having? That sounds glorious. Love to know more about that gin, Everly. I'm having gin and grapefruit, just gin and fresh grapefruit juice in a cocktail shaker with a bucket load of ice, and it's just fabulous. Plain and simple Friday night, my friend. Veronica Graves said, why can't you use OBCs to reserve excursions before you cruise? I know, because they are onboard credits and not necessarily cruise credits. I know it's kind of annoying. I hear you. So you're going to have to think of other things to do, like apply them towards your gratuities or spa treatments or dining. I know it's frustrating. But not all cruise operators operate the same way with that, so it kind of depends. All right, Michelle Weinbarger said, we have a Royal Caribbean July 3rd sailing. More than likely, Royal will cancel. We probably will ask for a future cruise credit, but if we ask for a refund, how quick will we get it back realistically? Does anybody know the answer to that? I know that they're refunding pretty quickly these days, but I'm not sure how fast, Michelle. The truth is I don't know your answer, but let's see if we can rely on our community, Michelle. So you guys, if you know, type, hey, Michelle, it's blank, 3 weeks or whatever. JHT Texas said, do you think cruises from U.S. ports by August? I do. The CDC has said, their words were, we are going to work with the cruise lines to get them sailing by midsummer. Okay, so if summer is 3 months long and it goes from June 21st to September 21st, and we put ourselves right smack, right in the middle of summer, a 90-day summer, that's 45 days from June 21st. That's like right at the beginning of August, kind of like early August. So I hope that they're not just saying that, but I think my best guess at this point would be like early August. I know that everyone wants the country to be reopened by July 4th, and maybe that will happen too if some miracle happens. Fallen Brubaker said, which lines are requiring the vaccine? Well, Fallen, a lot of the premium cruise lines, the high-end cruise lines that aren't really mass market are already saying that they're going to require them. But for right now, the ones we know are requiring are Royal Caribbean's cruises out of the Bahamas and Bermuda are both requiring them, but not for children. And Celebrity is requiring them for their cruises out of St. Martin. But I'll tell you, for cruises out of the U.S., first of all, nobody's announced a return to cruising, and so nobody's announced that they're going to be requiring vaccinations, except, like I said, those higher-end lines and the river cruise lines. The river cruise lines that are already sailing are already requiring vaccinations. But when we're talking, you guys, about the big mass market lines, no one's saying anything yet about it out of U.S. ports. It's not been announced. We don't know yet. Oh my goodness, Zach the Mac. Thank you so much for the super chat. Zach says, when you're ready to cruise, enjoy this gift towards specialty dining or shore excursions or whatever the heck you want to enjoy it with. I've been enjoying your Grand Princess Alaska vlogs recently in anticipation of my 2022 Alaska cruise. Zach, thank you so much. My mouth started watering for a steak when you said, when you bought me dinner, Zach. Kind of got a little hungry there, but sorry, not to be inappropriate, but thank you. I'm so ready. So ready for a little pampering, Zach. I got dishpan hands. I'm done. Look, I haven't even painted my nails in like how long, but no, thank you so much. That's very, very generous. Very, very sweet. Thank you so much. Mike and Cheryl, why do your comments keep getting restricted? We keep having to, why are you guys always in the naughty room? I don't understand it. Janine Travel Club said, will the cruise lines be offering PCR tests for Americans re-entry to the U.S. since we have to fly to the Caribbean to sail? Yep, Janine Travel Club, they have announced that they will be. Stephen Sherrill said, Panorama going by mid-August 21. What's your opinion? More optimistic than you might expect, Stephen. More optimistic than you might expect, as long as California cooperates too. Like, are there going to be restrictions out of California where Florida might open first? And then California might be a little slower because Lord knows we just reached the orange tier here. It's like we now only have 50% indoor dining. And it's been, a year and 2 months since this thing kicked off. So there's the California element too. Kimberly said, is it safe to book? Oh, we already answered that one. Sarah Michelig said, if you had to choose regular packing cubes or compression, which one? Sarah, start with regular ones. Try them on for size, see how you like them. It's really easy to overstuff compression cubes, so try regular ones. And if you'd like to look at some packing cubes, go to our shop. Go to amazon.com/shop/cruise-tips-tv, and you should check out our packing cube store. Bill said, what is the first thing you will eat on your first cruise back? Ooh, my first thing I will eat, I want a shrimp cocktail in the main dining room, Bill. That's what I want. Little appetizer, shrimp cocktail appetizer. Maybe two shrimp cocktails. Vera said, when do you think we'll hear something from the CDC with the latest news from Florida's mayor suing? Well, I think that I'm just not holding my breath, Vera. I don't know. If any of us knew, it would just be amazing, wouldn't it? I don't know how the lawsuit process works with the CDC. I just really have no idea, so I just don't know. I'm sorry. All right. Steven said, do you think I'll cruise in 2022 from Galveston? You bet I do, Steven. E. Ashby said, thoughts on themed cruises? Think they're really cool. Are they for me? Probably not for me, but would I love to go on like a Star Wars cruise or something like that? Probably. One of the theme cruises that I hear the best things about that people love are country music cruises. So that could be really fun. Paul said, have you been on a cruise? Oh, sorry, honey. Go ahead.
You mean you're not going to go on the Walking Dead cruise?
I know, those Walking Dead cruises are crazy, huh?
Yeah, that's nuts.
Junior's worst nightmare. Our son hates zombies. He has a very powerful, like a true, real fear of zombies. We don't know where he got it. He's had it for forever, and that would literally be his worst nightmare. Paul said, have we been on a cruise with its own radio station? Kinda. Royal Princess kind of has a radio station. Kind of have like a TV broadcast station too. It's kind of cool. The Hangman said, I have 2 back-to-backs for October 2021. 3 different booking numbers. 14 night total. Any idea if there might be a problem? I hope not. The Hangman. This is a question that we all do not have an answer to. The CDC doesn't specify, the cruise lines haven't said, but if your cruise is still booked, hold on to the hope and let me know when you hear something. Darlene, I think your cruise out of Miami is gonna go in December. I think cruises out of Florida are gonna go first. Gavin said, any suggestions for things to do in Aruba, Curacao, Bonaire, and St. Martin? Gavin, in St. Martin, everybody's got to go to Maho Beach, but I know a lot of our friends have been to St. Martin and can have a lot of recommendations. I am actually currently doing some very deep research on St. Martin and might be able to help you a little more with that in a few months. Let's let our team in the chat tell you more. Aruba, you got to see the flamingos. Curacao, Bonaire, St. Martin. I want our community to jump on this because these are ports that I have not visited. I've not visited any of them, and I would like experienced people to tell you. So you guys give Gavin and write Gavin on there, tag him so he can have your suggestions. Jim Ring said, Cruise Tips TV, where is a good, can you move Jim up for me to the top, honey? Thank you so much. Jim said, where's a good place to stay in Fort Lauderdale overnight the night before the cruise? Oh, Jim. So many of us love the Embassy Suites. I think it's on 17th, but the Embassy Suites by the cruise port is great. They have a nightly cocktail hour for free and snacks, and I think they have breakfast too, and it's really reasonable. Book it early. Book a refundable fare, but book it now if you're booked on something out of Fort Lauderdale. And it's fun because when you go to the happy hour, you might see people that are going to be on the cruise, which is really cool because a lot of people stay there before a cruise. Dawn Go says, I have a Carnival cruise scheduled on Mardi Gras leaving from Port Canaveral September. Do you think it will be canceled? I think your chances of it being canceled, if it's a Florida cruise, are less than some other cruises, but we just don't know yet, Dawn. I hope it stays. I think there's a lot of hope. Susan, hi. She says, I need a packing video before your next cruise to get us all in the spirit. You betcha, babe. You've got my word. Packing videos? Are you kidding me? I cannot wait to do a pack with me video. That sounds so good. John Michelle, did I catch your super chat and thank you earlier? I hope I thanked you, but I think I saw that you super chatted. It's been too long since you've watched any of our videos. Work has been keeping you busy at Kroger. Hang in there, Jean Michel. We hear you. I gotcha. It's okay. We've been busy too. Let's see. Move Steve to the top. Thank you. Wow, you guys are really bringing the questions in fierce, and I'm loving it. Steve said, but here's the thing. The lines have said it will take 3 months to get the ship staffed and trained. It's now approaching May. Is there enough time for July, August? They've said it'll take 60 to 90 days. And they've already got the wheels in motion on the ones where they think it's likely, is what I think is happening. 60 to 90 days. In some cases, 60 is going to be plausible, but you're absolutely right. You should take, if May 1st comes and goes and we do not have any announcements from the CDC or any hope of an actual timeline, then you need to put the clock forward 60 or 90 days. I'm saying 60 because I am that weird optimist person that we discussed earlier in the stream. Susan said, what's your first day on the ship routine? MDR for lunch, pool, ship tour. Well, it's a little different for us, Susan, because we're always filming kind of voraciously on the first day. Mr. Cruise Tips TV often has to run and go film. And so Junior and I are left to vlog what we're doing. And we have to find a balance. So my goal, and you have to understand, this is coming from a perspective of someone who is filming my activity. And so the first day is the most stressful day for us because Junior is getting into a new routine. Carl B, thank you so much. Absolutely, Carl B. Carnival Radiance next February, Long Beach, absolutely great chances. I'd say you have excellent chances, and thank you for the super chat. So, Susan, back to the question. It usually looks like go to the room, get to the room as fast as we can to offload as much weight as I can, as much gear, because you know we drag a suitcase with us with sodas and stuff in it, right? Sodas and a couple bottles of champagne, water. Get that in the room so that we are then free. Get food for me because I get hangry. Food for Junior, and then this is my focus is to do something he wants to do immediately. Feed the meter, as they say in parenting classes, you've got to feed the meter, and then when I get him happy, I get to do something I'm happy. I like to go on spa tours. I like to do the first day spa tour. I like to roam the ship. I like to do a vlog entry, show everybody the room real quick. Hey guys, we're on the ship, right? Remember when we actually did that? We're on the ship. Do you want to see the cabin for the first time? Let's go, blah! Because I want you to feel my excitement, right? So we do that. Sometimes figure out a cocktail, but honestly, it's not always the first thing I do. It's get to the room, get rid of the stuff, make Junior happy, do something fun for him real quick, and then he's more likely to give me what I want. Sometimes it involves getting in a pool or a hot tub. Sometimes it involves going to the arcade and playing a video game, but it's all balance, and we're just dead exhausted by the first night always, but different perspective because of kind of what we're doing there. Taking a breather. What a great question. Sarah Michelig, what kind of shoes did you pack for Junior when you went to Alaska? Do you think the kids need waterproof hiking shoes in July? Entirely depends on the activities you're doing. I had wished I had waterproof shoes for him when we hiked to Mendenhall Glacier, to the Nugget Falls, and it rained. Did he care? No, but I was upset because his feet were wet. So you might want to get a water-resistant shoe that doesn't have, or get a sneaker that doesn't have like the breathing holes in it, and maybe put some of that waterproofing spray on it. What is that stuff called? Scotch Guard. Scotch Guard the shoes. Do they need full hiking boots? See, that's the thing. I wouldn't buy my son hiking boots. If I were going to do it again, I might buy him some duck boots. Google it, duck boots. I like Sperry duck boots, and a pair of sneakers, and a pair of flip-flops for the pool deck. Because you got to go to the pool deck even when you're in Alaska. Kimberly said, what is your favorite excursion in Alaska? Oh, there's so many. If money weren't an issue, I'd say helicopter, flight seeing to a glacier, dog sledding. But because money is always an issue for us, one of my favorite things to do is to take a bus out to Mendenhall Glacier in Juneau and hike to Nugget Falls. It's an easy hike, but you need to build in time for it. There's so many different things. The White Pass Rail in Skagway is also a total must. All right. Diana Morgan said, what do you think the chances are that Holland America cruises from Seattle will happen this July 11th? They haven't canceled, but they let us rebook from last year. Diana, I'm less optimistic for you. I'm sorry. There's so many moving parts for the Alaska thing. I don't think it's looking that good for July. I want to believe differently, but I think it's going to take a little longer if we can actually pull off Alaska. I'm sorry. I'm somber now because I'm sorry. Lorraine said the flights out of Anchorage are all in the evening. What do we do during the day? Ooh, good question, Lorraine. I am not sure. I've never been to Anchorage, but if we have any experienced Alaska cruise tour people here or who've done the northbound, southbound, can you please give Lorraine some Anchorage suggestions? Also, follow Scott Singer Cruises on Facebook and YouTube. Scott is a very experienced Alaska cruiser. He also works for the cruise lines. He's like a tour guide. He knows all about what to do in Anchorage. Steven said, do you have hope that Key West will open up to cruising again eventually? I don't know. That whole thing is really complex right now. I'm following it, Steven, just not sure. Holly said, we have Iceland booked for August 2022. Any recommendations? I just don't know about I don't know much about Iceland, Holly. But one of these days we'll go and we'll give you a list. I'm sorry that I don't know. We've got to get some good information on Iceland, though. Okay. Rhonda said we are booked for Panama Canal late January. Any suggestions where to eat? You mean, what ship are you on? Rhonda, tell me more. Where do you want suggestions for where to eat on the ship? If so, what ship are you on? E. Ashby, would you cruise through the Suez Canal? LOL, I know, right? I don't know about that. I would cruise through any canal, E. Ashby. You could pretty much count on that. How you doing, Mr. Cruise Tips TV? You still catching up with questions? We have a lot, huh? Seth said, legit question. Will the cruise line move my mattress to the buffet line? Yep, right now, I think just about anything like that sounding plausible. Okay. Are you that's it? Okay, Mr. Cruise Tips TV tells me that we are caught up on questions, so I'm going to scan real quick and see how we're doing here. Yes, John, a live stream from the ship. That's another day one for us, Susan. Try to live stream from the ship. Somebody asked what I'm drinking. Gin and fresh grapefruit juice. It is just all I had time for. That's it. Seth said, hangry is for realsies. Indeed, it is. Vera, I think that's a really good backup plan. I like it. I'm jumping into the chat. Yes, Stephen, I would do a Great Lakes cruise in a heartbeat. Brenda said, do you think they will arrange tours to Nachi or Mr. Sancho's through the cruise lines? I don't know. I'm seeing, I looked at the excursions, and I'm seeing Playa Mia, but not Nachi or Mr. Sancho. So I don't know if they're going to do it, Brenda. We'll see. Time will tell. And they'll open it up so that you don't have to go on cruise line excursions forever. That is not going to be a forever thing at all. Not at all. Susan Fleming. Hi, Susan. Susan said, hey, I'm new here, but I was wondering about cruising in November. Welcome, Susan, first of all. Second of all, I'm assuming that you mean, are you going to be cruising in November? And I think the chances are good. I think there's going to be some itineraries that change. I think we're going to all have to get very comfortable with change if we're cruising this year at all. But yeah, I think so. Zach the Mac, for a Panama Canal cruise, would you rather make a full transit going from west to east or from east to west, and why? Zach, because I live in California, I would rather fly at the beginning of my trip. I would rather than go east to west because I'd like to, when I get off the ship, I'd like to just get in my, rent a car and drive home from Los Angeles rather than flying home. So I'd rather take the flight on the beginning of my trip and have a nice, easy drive home on the other side of it. Brenda Boretti, what's in the air fryer tonight? Oh man, Brenda, that chicken that we made the other night, the whole chicken that we made during the patron Zoom is still intact. I'm gonna go and take that sucker apart and figure something out with it. Tacos, burritos, something. But yum. Susan said, hey Sherry, just watched your Malta vlog today again because we'll be there next summer. We'll be there for an overnight. What else would you have done besides the golf cart? Oh my gosh. It's so beautiful. I would have taken a boat to, what is that grotto that you can go to? Whatever the boat to the grotto is, that's what I would do. Michelle said, Cruise Tips TV, is it too far to walk to Medano Beach in Cabo? For me, yes. It's not only is it kind of far, but it's kind of along a busy street. You can also take a land taxi. So if you don't want to take a water taxi, you can take a land taxi. I wouldn't want to walk it. It's a weird walk. Have I done it? Yes, but it's hot in Cabo. Very, very hot. And no, I don't think I would want to do it. Is it possible though? Yeah. Chris Moran says sunrises or sunsets. We love both. I love both, but I really love sunrises because I love that stillness of being up before everybody else, just that moment of complete peace of being alone. Jim Ring said, does anyone have experience with Plank's barbecue on the Caribbean Princess? Is it amazing or just okay? Okay, Jim, I do. It's good, but it's rich food, and I left feeling like I had like, not a stomach ache, but like a lot of sodium, a lot of heavy food, and it was really good, but I think once was enough for me. I would choose other things on Princess. I would do like the steakhouse or Sabatini's, but it's fun to do it once, but I found it to be a little bit like heavy, rich, maybe a bit rich for our blood, but it was fun. It was fun. Susan said, thoughts on aft balconies, pros, cons. Susan, totally my favorite stateroom category. Pros are you have a really cool view off the back of the ship. The con can be on some ships. Some. You may have people looking down on you in a way you don't like. That could be true with any balcony. You could also have ash coming out of the smokestacks, settling onto your balcony. We had that happen on a Holland America cruise. A lot of ash. Otherwise, totally my favorite stateroom category because the views are incredible. You have a bigger view. Yes, you can see the staterooms when you look left to right, but you're also like sweeping aft view. My favorite. Jubillion 3000. We have a cruise on Carnival Panorama on September 4th. Do you think it'll go? I sure as heck hope so. Can't guarantee it because I don't know the logistics of cruising out of California. I don't know if we're going to be the first to cruise. Oh, Mike and Cheryl, I love this question. Mike and Cheryl said, Sherry, would you recommend a spa week pass or the sanctuary? Well, see, that's the thing. My personal opinion is I would choose the spa week pass because I'm cruising with a kid who can't go in the sanctuary. For you, if it's just the two of you, it depends on the ship. I'd probably go with both if you possibly could. But Princess is so peaceful and calm and beautiful anyway. I would go with the spa pass and maybe get a couple of day passes in the sanctuary. Final answer. What do you think about that? John Anderson said, would you guys ever do a river cruise? 100% yes. We would love to. I particularly would love to. I'm more interested than anyone else in my family in the river cruise. My mom's been on them. My mom loves them. Someday I actually want to do a river cruise with my mom. That's one of my goals. Want to do it with my family too, but I want to experience it with my mom. Shailene and Kurt. Hi, guys. How you doing? They say, what is next on your board to buy tech-wise? Is that what that said, honey? It went away. What do you think? What are we buying tech-wise? Nothing on the horizon? Saving money. We'll see. We'll keep you posted. Maybe we'll have an announcement about that soon. Are there new GoPros coming out? No? Maybe October we'll buy a new GoPros, Kurt and Shailene. But right now we're just kind of like stockpile. Let's see what happens. I like it though. Stephanie Canessa said, love your cruise gear channel also. Fantastic tips. Thank you, Stephanie. So Stephanie, we rebranded that channel a few months ago. We want to call it Sherry TV now. Hard thing to do because it felt like a weird thing to name a channel after myself. I had a weird problem with that because I'm a humble girl. But we didn't want to just talk about cruise gear there anymore. We wanted to talk about a lot of things. Whether it be product reviews, beauty, unboxings, but really the ultimate goal, the long-term goal for that channel, which has yet to be realized, is that it's going to be centered around inspiration. And unfortunately, this year has presented us with, not unfortunately, I will say fortunately, this year has presented us with some new opportunities where we needed to put our time as a family. And so Sherry TV hasn't gotten the love and attention that it wants right now or needs. But in the future, the goal is to have inspirational content there where it might mean we literally I just talk into the camera about something that happened to me in my life that was maybe really difficult that turned into a good thing, and how I got from really difficult to good. And I feel like as I'm getting older, I'm 47 now, I know that that's not super old, but I feel like I want to talk more about inspiration, and I want to talk more about attitude, and I want to talk more to people's hearts. So I hope that we can find the time to pour that into Sherry TV in the next year. Right now, we're working on some other projects that have been wonderful for us. And so we've had to choose where we put our time. And going live on Amazon is one of those big opportunities. So for those of you who don't know what the heck I'm talking about, we stream on Amazon, right on the Amazon platform, several times a week, talking about our favorite things, from cooking in the air fryer to beauty, all kinds of things. And if you go to amazon.com/shop/cruise-tips-tv and you scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see those live streams. Crazy fun event. Next Tuesday, 5 p.m. Pacific, we are going to be participating in this thing called Beauty Haul Live, where we have discounts from 10 beauty brands on Amazon. So follow us over on Amazon so that you get notified. And I always post all this stuff all over our social channels, so follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Carrie said, hey, Cruise Tips TV fam, we're booked on a 15-night Panama Canal cruise on NCL Encore. What's your opinion on freestyle cruising? Oh, freestyle cruising is so fun, and for a 15-nighter, Carrie, it's going to be amazing for you. You're going to love it. You're going to love that you can kind of dress down whenever you want. They do have optional formal nights. If you want to make that cruise feel a little more traditional, you can. Norwegian is great. 15-night cruise on Norwegian is going to be unbelievable. You're going to love it. Depending on what, you're on Encore. If they have a Brazilian steakhouse, definitely do it. Encore, does Encore have the go-karts? I think so. You're going to have a blast. Rebecca Stedman says, Sherry, hello, Rebecca. Michelle said, question, Las Caletas, yes or no? For your family, 100%, 1,000 million times yes. For your family, yes, Michelle. I know you. I know you'd love it. My mustache dad says, MSC Divina, Port Canaveral, late September. Do you think it'll happen? I think the odds are good for Florida, late September. Odds are good. Gavin Primus, what's the best GoPro accessory? A floaty. The floating things that you attach to it, small bobbers.
Bobber handle. Yes.
Bobber handle. Best accessory, Gavin. Rebecca Stedman, Royal Caribbean 2 cruises canceled, is holding onto our money. Think this is a safe choice for us? Yes. Meaning like they're not going to file for bankruptcy? Yeah. Thank you very much, Shailene and Kurt. Shailene and Kurt said, I absolutely love that you were looking at this as opportunities rather than downfalls. 100%. Were we terrified when the pandemic started? Because, hello, Cruise Tips TV, guys, this is my husband's full-time job. Were we terrified? You better bet your buns we were. But what did we do? We panicked at first, just like any normal human would. And then we said, no. Where are the opportunities in this situation? And we found them, and we worked our butts off on them. Completely overhauled our website. I took my son out of town for 5 days. My husband basically ate carrots and tuna out of a can for 5 days, and he overhauled our website. We signed up with a new ad network, and we took control of our destiny, and we took control of our business, and we kept showing up in as positive a way as we could. Was it easy? Oh my gosh, no. Were there tears? So many. But you know what, guys? Man, when things get rough, you realize what's important. And you bond together and you cling to one another and you work your butt off. And that's what we did. And it's going to be okay. And it is okay. It's going to be okay. And we still have you. We have you guys. So thank God. Oh, Mr. J, the illusionist. Please, when will we definitely restart all the cruises in the USA? Help me. I'm a crew member. I need work. My friend, the illusionist. I know. And this is why this situation is so frustrating and horrible, because of people like you who are suffering. I cannot guarantee when you're going to be back to work, my friend, but I sure as heck hope that by November that you've got a new contract and that you at least have a plan, because this is bogus and I'm sorry for you. And that is the part that breaks our heart the most. Truly. Rebecca Stedman, thank you so much for that cute little adorable super sticker. That is so cute. Thank you. Cynthia Sutton says, sailing September 4th on Adventure of the Seas out of Nassau. Best way to pack enough sunscreen and a carry-on. Did you know, Cynthia, that the TSA rules are now allowing you to take full-size sunscreen? So you could go for it, or you could buy it in port. I'm still gonna pack carry-on only, and I'm still gonna buy my sunscreen. And when I get to port, I'm gonna tell a cab driver, take me to the drugstore that you shop at. It's not gonna overcharge me for sunscreen, and I'm gonna go buy my sunscreen in port. But the TSA is now allowing you to take sunscreen. Isn't that weird and cool? I love it. Rebecca Stedman said, I absolutely love your wardrobe. Where do you shop online? Rebecca, thank you so much. I shop a lot on Amazon, but I also have a subscription to Fashom, Fashom. I have a discount code for you. A lot of my off-the-shoulder tops and clothes come from Fashom. And I also love Stitch Fix. I also shop at Macy's a little bit here and there. I shop at Old Navy a little bit here and there. I also like Express. If you want to message me, Rebecca, I can help you a little more. Just follow me on Instagram or Facebook and let's talk fashion. Daniel Fields. Hi, Daniel. Thank you for being here. Daniel said, question, on your set, did you paint all of that white? No, we bought it white, I think. Yeah, all this stuff was bought white. We didn't paint it. But good question. TJ Maxx, all of it. Literally, I think almost everything is from discount stores like TJ Maxx, Daniel. Oh no. Oh, Perry said the TSA walked the sunscreen thing back and it's still a limited liquid. Why? Perry, I didn't know that. Wah. Hangs head in disappointment. Thank you for letting me know. That stinks. Oh no, I missed a super chat. DB1 Journeys. Hey, thank you so much for the super sticker. Oh, I love that little workout pair. That is so cute. Thank you so much, guys. You're so sweet. You're so good to us. You're so good to us. How are we doing on questions? Has anyone's question been missed? Did we miss your question? If we missed your question, now is the time. Okay, I see some more. KP Love, do you recommend waiting until November to book a cruise? I'm looking at the California coast. Princess Majestic Princess, last week of October. No, I don't think you need to wait. I think you can book a cruise now if you're a flexible traveler. If you're not a flexible traveler and you need things to be just so and you don't want changes, then don't do it. But if you're flexible, do it now. Ms. Wicked Wanderlust. Ms. Sherry, will you ever consider doing makeup tutorials on this channel again, where I'll always be on Amazon now? Well, for now, I probably won't do many of them on Sherry TV. I'll probably do most of them on Amazon just because I don't have a whole lot of time because of the whole full-time job thing. But yes, I would love to go back to doing it. And when we're on a ship, I'll do a Get Ready With Me. Of course, when we're traveling, we'll do the Get Ready With Me's. Again, for Sherry TV. Does that sound good, Ms. Wicked Wanderlust? I'm sorry. I know. I can't wait to do Get Ready With Me's again. For now, we're doing them on Amazon just because of time management, you know? But I hear ya. I think so, April. I think the chances are good out of Miami. I think Florida's going to be the first to come back. So we'll see what happens. You know, it's like, it's so hard to say. So hard to say. Okay, Lorraine said, since we're talking decorating, did you choose the wall decor to match the mat? Huh? Other way around. We bought the mat to match the wall decor. I wish I could turn the camera. I wish I could show you what's really behind here. Because this is a roll of paper. This is blue paper. Above it are 2 more rolls of paper. A pink one for Sherry TV and a yellow one for Amazon. We swap them out. And the artwork changes too. So we've got other pictures. I'll show you one of them. This is one of the pictures that we hang right here when we're doing something on Sherry TV or Amazon. It's all just smoke and mirrors, guys. I'm telling you. It's a lot of fun. And by the way, this is our living room, or lack thereof, because it's our set. And our dining room is literally right there. My husband's office is right there. Like, we were right in the middle of our house. John V, can you say hi to Evan and Ian? Of course I can. Evan and Ian, hi boys. Happy Friday. How was your school week? Good to see you. Junior says hi. They're so cute. I love them. Oh my gosh. Wait. And by the way, Evan and Ian, it's your bedtime. Get to bed. Just kidding. I like to stay up late. You can stay up late. Tell your mom and dad I said you could stay up late, and you can have some chocolate too. I'm gonna get angry messages from John and Brenda right now. Shailene and Kurt said, curious if you think prices will go up drastically when cruising starts back up. For instance, if you're looking to book next year, is it worth doing it now or waiting when oh, yes. Yes, we have a fake set, Shailene and Kurt, of course. Yes, the prices are gonna go up. If you see it, my answer is simple. If you see the deal now, definitely grab it. If you don't see the deal, then wait. And if you can book a last minute cruise in the future, I think that that's still going to be something that you can do on the cheap. I'll probably do that. We'll probably try to book some last minute stuff. But yeah, if you see the deal now, do definitely snag it. So say, for example, you guys are like, this is spring break. This is when I know I can go with your son's school schedule or whatever. Then just snag it, especially because those impacted times, if you have set dates, you always want to get them while they're hot. Because, you know, guaranteed that if you have a date you need to cruise, those dates will not be the cheap ones. Laura Freeborn said, are nice jeans a big no-no in the main dining room on formal nights on? I will wait so I can see that one.
My apologies. I couldn't hear what you said.
Wow, was that Siri? Sorry, Siri. On Royal Caribbean, even if you pair it with nice, absolutely not a problem. Laura, you can totally wear nice jeans on Royal Caribbean. Would I wear a nice dress shirt and shoes? Yeah, I would. I wouldn't wear flip-flops. I would wear some pretty wedges or a beautiful flat or something and a nice shirt. Totally fine. Becky Hopper, do you think end of October out of Galveston will go? I hope so. I know Galveston's ready. They've made an announcement. They're like, we're ready. We're like poised and ready. Texas is probably going to push for that. So I hope so. Kathy Barber, Kathy, another super chat? 2 in one night? That is awesome. And congratulations on your retirement, Kathy. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I'm ready for Perry's question, honey. It's hidden down below. What should I make with my leftover chicken, guys? I've got a leftover, basically think of it as like a rotisserie chicken. What should I make with it that's not long and involved? Because it'll be, when we're done here, like, you know, dinner at 7, right? Okay, Perry said, question, just curious on Princess, if you use your own Ocean Medallion tech to order a cocktail to your cabin, is that covered by your drink package? Yep, sure is, Perry. You betcha. You can use your drink package with your medallion. Michelle said, cruise in August, when should I book my flight? If it sails. Personally, I'd book it now because the airfare is still cheaper, and as demand increases, prices are going to increase, but make sure obviously that you know the airline policy, Michelle. But yeah, I would book it now because the airlines have gotten so much more flexible, and like I said, I think prices are only going to go up. Ms. Wicked Wanderlust, does every cruise line require to be tested and vaccinated before boarding? Right now, we don't know yet. The cruise lines that are going out of Bahamas, St. Martin, and Bermuda, it's a yes. Is that going to be the case on U.S. in the US. It's not going to be forever. But if the cruise lines are forced to do it, if the CDC says, fine, you can cruise again, if you vaccinate people, they may be forced to do it. We just don't know yet. I don't think that vaccines are going to be required on every cruise line out of the US. I don't think so. Cassie Williams said, what cruise lines do you think are the best luxury lines? Hey, Cassie, welcome. I would say Crystal, Seabourn, and Windstar, Regent Seven Seas as well. So Crystal, Seabourn, Windstar, Regent Seven Seas, and the MSC Yacht Club. Yeah, Yacht Club's amazing, affordable luxury. You know, you could also try NCL's Haven. Maureen Ring, hello Maureen. Maureen said, has anybody had an inside cabin on a cruise from the mainland to Hawaii? Was it okay? Maureen, I haven't, but you know we've done long cruises in an inside cabin. It's okay, and I think you guys booked your cabin on Princess close to a pool deck. My advice to you is book it close to where you can exit out of a pool deck, Maureen, and you'll be okay. You will be a-okay. Okay. All right, so we've got some dinner ideas coming in here. Chicken salad with craisins. Linda, I love chicken salads. Chopped celery, raisins, nuts, and mayo. Some of my favorites. Karen and Gord, as far as luxury cruises, guys, they're recommending Regent. They loved it. Chicken nachos sound great, Becky. Yum, Barbara, yes. Maybe. Shailene and Kurt said, I'm hoping airline prices decrease when there's no more inventory. I don't know. I can tell you what I've seen. I set up some Google alerts. I set up Google flight alerts to 3 destinations, one of which was Fort Lauderdale. I have watched them go from $83 a person to $300 a person in 2 months. So I only know what I'm seeing on the alerts, and I'm seeing them go up. Chicken quesadillas. That is quick. Oh, yum. John, in the food processor. I've never tried that. Yeah, MSC Yacht Club back-to-back would be really nice. Okay, guys. Last chance to let me know if I missed your question, because we're going to go make dinner. Now, y'all are making me hungry. And Zach, the Mac, bought me a steak, which I can't redeem until I go on a cruise, apparently. Just kidding. Dave is recommending that if you're booking with Princess to consider Easy Air. Highly recommend that, and I also highly recommend Royal Caribbean's Air to Sea program. Hope Faith, thank you. I'm doing great, doing great. Tear that chicken apart savage style, Seth says. Oh, the quesadillas are sounding like one of the easiest ideas, and I'm really liking that. I'm a taco girl, Michelle. Cheryl, chicken Caesar salad. I just bought romaine. These are all great ideas for dinner, you guys. Thank you. Okay, I'm looking to see what we have here. Steve, airfare, $700 for the 2 of you from Kansas City to Denver on Southwest. Is that expensive or is that good? That sounds expensive to me. Paul, I've never taken my own coffee, but I have taken instant coffee packets and they were really good. Yeah. Yum, Brenda. Oh, the sub sounds so good. Thank you, Kathy. Yeah, amazing. Isn't it ironic, Mike and Cheryl and Dave, that the prices on Easy Air and on Royal Caribbean's Air to Sea are cheaper? We booked our flights, you guys, to Asia on Easy Air, and I will tell you, I will never go back to booking regular air. There's way more guarantees that you're going to get to the ship in time. Why would you pay more? They offer more and they're cheaper. It's crazy. So, thank you, Sashimi Cat. So, Daniel, you had a good experience with Norwegian's Air too. Michelle, definitely look into Fly to Fun. Price it out. Use Google Flights side by side with it and price it out. And if they guarantee they're going to get you to the ship in time, you better believe it, girl. Use it, Michelle. Yeah. Straight out, Viet X. Cruise out of Fort Lauderdale at the end of July with Princess. Should you cancel? Personally, I wouldn't cancel, but if you need the cash, you could consider canceling. It's a personal decision. Steve, I thought so. I thought that might have been a little bit expensive. What, Dave? $500 for the 2 of you? Like $250 each? Holy cow. Hope, I don't know when Sunshine is coming back. I'm so sorry. We just don't know yet. Zach the Mac said, do you know what the major difference is between Panorama versus Horizon and Vista? Ooh, I know Panorama has the new military themed bar. They have the room with the what's the room called with the jumping guys? With the trampoline. They have the trampoline room. They have the military themed bar, and I think they have a different guys restaurant. But I know there's people who can speak better to this because I haven't been on Horizon and Vista. I've only been on Panorama. Shorty, we'll keep you posted. We are going to try to go on a cruise this summer. Yes. Parking out of a cruise, LA in February, Bruno Flipper, right at the port. Or check with the Crown Plaza and see if they have a park and stay package. One of those two options would be what I would recommend. Okay. Look in here. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea, Laurel. Pick it up at an Amazon locker. Great idea. Michelle, you're coming in the day before your cruise. Still good to price out the air with Carnival if you can. Just price it out and see how it feels for you. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good deal, Dave. Yes, Melanie brought up the point that the airfare when you book through the cruise line is typically fully refundable, so that's good. Aw, thanks, Dee. Sky Zone. Thank you, Tanya Searcy. Thank you so much. Yeah, Daniel, that LA port parking lot isn't bad, and it's so close to the ship. Yes, it's expensive, but there's just not a huge amount of other options. But check out the Crown Plaza. You could do that. Yeah. Okay, guys. This was so good. I have so much energy, so much joy, so excited. Thank you all very, very, very much for being here. We will try to be better about doing this. I know that we've been getting a lot of questions about, like, why aren't you guys live more? It's just simply time. And I think a lot of people just really want to see the cruise news, but I'm seeing that tide change. I'm seeing the tide shift, and people are wanting to get back to this cruise Q&A. And as we see that sort of demand, I guess you could say, or people are happy to come talk about cruising, we'll do it more. Thank you, Chris, for that precious super chat with that cute little lemon. Before we go, you guys, I just want to take a tiny moment to thank our formal night level backstage crew, Joe Mock, Diana Schulz, Danesha, Dave Savard, Sheldon Griffith, Brenda Boretti, and Stephen Ames. Thank you guys so much for your support. We truly appreciate all of you. We appreciate everyone in the backstage crew. If you guys want to check it out, I've just put it in the chat. Michelle, thank you. I have missed the live streams too. Isabel, hi. Lorraine, you're welcome. Susan, you're welcome. Thank you, Mel. The Zoom meetings are great and you're going to love them. Join us for next month's Zoom meeting. You're going to love it. It's the best part about being a part of the backstage crew. Thank you, Mary Ellen. Thank you, Rebecca, Michelle. Yes, Michelle, I will do another Pack With Me video. Melanie, I know. Hi, Chi. It's so good to see you here. Larry, thank you, thank you. Jim, if ever there was a good time to use all caps, it's when you're telling someone you love them. So thank you for that. What a beautiful way to close the stream. We will definitely keep you in our prayers, Hope, Faith. Thank you for letting us know, and I'm so sorry. Brenda, have a good night. Don't tell the boys to go have some chocolate and run around before, I'm just kidding, run around before bed. I'm just going to get in trouble. All right, everyone, good night. The time did go by way too fast, Mel. Until next time, we'll see you on the high seas. Night.
Cruise around the week.
Hey, click me to subscribe.